Welcome to the Scottish Basketball Podcast. We post weekly episodes on the senior game in Scotland. You can join for free on Patreon and Spotify to receive a notification when new episodes are released. Search for the Scottish Basketball Podcast. In this episode of Scots in College, I have a chat with Sean Nealon-Lino on life as an assistant coach with Fresno Pacific University in NCAA Division 2. Sean had an illustrious youth playing career himself, winning the 2018 EABL National Championship with Barking Abbey, as well as representing Scotland at the 2018 Commonwealth Games at the Gold Coast at the age of 18. He joined Fresno Pacific University as a player after that tournament, redshirting his first year. In the 2021 season, he was instrumental in leading the Sunbirds to their first ever NCAA tournament appearance. After injury curtailed his playing career, Sean transitioned into coaching, firstly at high school level, before joining his alma mater as an assistant coach in 2024. Delighted to welcome Sean to the podcast. Hi, Sean.
How you doing?
Thanks very much for chatting to us. How are you, and how has the season been going so far?
Right now I'm doing well. Tired as always, but good. Our season's been a little bit of up and down, but right now I think we're starting to get into our stride. Guys are playing for each other instead of themselves, and we're coming along well.
It's your second season as a coach with the team that you played for. How does it feel to be working with the Sunbirds? What does your role involve, and has that changed at all compared to last season?
I mean, I'll go back to when I was playing. So during my college career, I was kind of unlucky. I had several surgeries, so I didn't really play much throughout my college career. So when I finished playing, I kind of took a break off. Then I took a year off and I went back to coaching high school basketball. So I coached high school basketball for a bit at a pretty good level. And then the opportunity came up where I can get my master's degree and I can coach at the university. So that's what I did last year. Last year, my role was more recruiting. So obviously recruiting prospective players for the following years, just keeping in contact, talking to them throughout the season. And that was, again, both junior college players, high school players, and then towards the end of the season, when seasons are done, obviously transfer too. This year, my role's kind of expanded. So I'm now the skill development coach. So I do skill development. I'm more of the defensive coach in practice and games. So I look at that side of the ball, and then, of course, recruiting. But this year, obviously, my role is kind of elevated into skill development coach.
What does your weekly schedule look like, and how does it fit into the wider team schedule now that you're into conference play?
Okay, this year, now that I've got a full-time job, so I'm a teacher at a middle school. So during the day, last year I was just doing my master's, like I said. So I was on campus pretty much the whole time. Now I only make practices in the evening. So, for example, we practice every day, of course, for 2 hours, an hour and a half. Whether I make practice or not, we have workouts most days. We've got something called red shirts. Red shirts are, for example, either players that are injured and they're starting to get back into things, or players that aren't playing for the year and they're just working out because, yeah, they're good players, but right now they don't fit. Won't get minutes in our squad, so they have what we call a red shirt year, normally freshmen, where it's just a year of working out, getting stronger, so then the following year they have a chance. So I'm doing those workouts probably 3 to 4 times a week. Obviously, I'll make practice and then scout. I don't lead scout, but obviously I'll have my clips ready. I send them to the head coach, and whenever we do scout, those clips are talked about. Yeah, it's basically practice every day, workouts 3 to 4 times a week after practice, and games, of course. And obviously lifts twice a week, but I'm not there because I'm teaching during the day, but they also have that too.
The team had a tough non-conference schedule, winning 1 and losing 6. What systems and challenges were the players working through, and were the coaching staff overall happy with the squad's progress?
I spoke to you a little bit before this. I don't like using injuries as a thing, but you also have to take into perspective. When you create a team, you have an idea of what the image is going to look like, how we're going to play. And when 3 out of your 4 best creators are injured, it kind of limits us. So offensively, we struggled a lot. We had guys doing things that we didn't expect them to do. So they're having to play bigger roles. It kind of hurt our team dynamics a little bit. Non-conference was tough, but I feel like it was good. It gave guys the opportunity to have bigger roles than they wouldn't have never had. So now we're kind of getting to the stride of it. Our last 8 games, I think we were 6-2 in conference. playing similar level teams that we played non-conference. So we're kind of finding our stride. We're getting our players back. Obviously, it's not a full team, but we have everyone that's available this year playing. Like I said before, now instead of playing selfishly, we're kind of playing for the team and the common goal of winning. In terms of getting to that point, Christmas break was rough. We kind of just hammered the guys, kind of made them self-aware and kind of turned that self-awareness into self-ownership. A lot of the guys were saying the right things, but then you go back to film and you didn't see it. So it's kind of emphasizing the self-awareness and turning that self-awareness into self-ownership. And I think, honestly, all the guys have taken that well. The results have kind of shown that the past 8 games.
As you mentioned there, in conference play, you've gone 6-2. The team won 5 in a row in the Pac West Conference, January 3rd through January 15th. What's been going well for that team in that run of games, and what did the last couple of losses highlight to the group?
Well, the good thing about Division 2 is anyone can beat anyone. So every game is a battle. Again, we're very talented, so we got picked second in preseason conference. So we have the players. Sometimes I just think, talent doesn't win you anything. Talent helps at times, but when you get to this level, everyone's good. So the reason we won 5 games in a row is we finally did what we told them to do. The players, again, they weren't about themselves, they're about the team. People had to sacrifice. It doesn't matter, if you're at your old school, you average 10 and 5, at our school right now, we need you to rebound, run in transition, stand in the corner and make threes and defend. If that's the role we need you to do, you have to do it for us to win. And, it was tough. It's tough to adjust like that. But I think the guys have finally started to click. Yeah, it made it happen. And then in terms of the last 2 games, or last 2 losses, basketball's basketball, So, you have your good days, you have your bad days. And yeah, when it's a close game, you need to make the right plays. And against Westmont, we struggled. We beat them at home, we lost them away. And then against Jessup, we smoked that one away. I guess that's just basketball. In terms of progress, I think, we're progressing really well. And like I said, we're starting to get into our stride. And hopefully we can carry that and for the rest of the season and then hopefully into playoffs too.
What are the goals for the team through to the end of the season? Is conference tournament qualification realistic? And where does this season fit into the bigger picture of where the coaching staff and the wider program are trying to take this group?
Well, most definitely. Like I said, obviously we have a couple guys, 2 guys out for the year. But we still feel like we have the team that can beat anyone. We play our game. We play together. We actually carry out scout. I think anyone in our league and in our conference we can beat. So in terms of goals, win Pac West Conference. Right now, it's still possible for us to finish first. It's just unlikely. But regardless, top 6 make playoffs, and once playoffs happen, it's anyone's game. 6 can beat 1. Yeah, the seeds don't really matter. Anyone can beat anyone. It's a really close conference this year. So in terms of that, no, our goals are to win. In terms of, for the following few years, we have a young team. We have 1 guy graduating. Everyone else can come back. College basketball's kind of changed now with the transfer portal. So we'll see. That's kind of a thought for at the end of the season. But right now, no. We like our chances. As long as we keep developing, we keep being about the team, we're looking optimistic towards our goals.
Off the court, what's life like in Central California, and how do you spend your time outside of basketball?
During the season, basketball's full go, both as a player and even more as a coach. During the season, it's just basketball. Again, I teach. So right now I'm here at school, so I teach. Then after that, I go straight to practice. And then by the time I get home, it's 8:39, I eat dinner. Spend a little bit of time with my wife. That's it. During the season, it's kind of basketball heavy. Postseason, we get summers off. Obviously, we can work out our players towards the end of summer. But right now, for summer, it's California, so I kind of like taking trips down to SoCal, down to the Central Coast. I kind of enjoy it. I get a small break, so when I get that break, I kind of enjoy life. But when it's basketball season, it kind of takes up most of your life. It's kind of one of the sacrifices you make. When people ask me what else you do, I literally tell people I teach, I coach basketball, and I spend time with my wife. Obviously, you have time with your friends as well, you know what I mean? But very little. Honestly, those 3 things are the 3 things I spend most of my time on during the season, and that's kind of that.
Longer term, is Fresno somewhere you'd like to stay, or are there any other destinations you'd like to travel to build your coaching career?
It's funny. If you asked me when I first came to Fresno, I would have told you, no, I'm going to play college basketball here and then I'm leaving. But life happens and life kind of gets lifing. So no, I plan on staying here for Fresno for the foreseeable future. I really like where I coach at. I'm kind of lucky. Being an assistant coach can be rough. You get given tough tasks, but I get to do skill development, recruiting, and defense. You know what I mean? That's As an assistant coach, that's the things I love doing. Right now, I'm in a lucky spot, so taking the most advantage of it. And in the future, if I leave, I leave. But right now, I like staying grounded, and right now I'm happy where I am. I'm going to continue staying being here.
Sean, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Andrew. And again, I appreciate what you're doing for Scottish basketball, the community. I like this. I keep growing it. And then I appreciate you for doing this.
Thanks for listening. For more episodes, join and subscribe to the Scottish Basketball Podcast for free on Patreon and Spotify.